construction to avoid something, like we construct a wall around AIT. That's a structural measure. And non-structural measures are a measure not involving physical construction that uses knowledge, practice, and agreement. Like I said, move everything to the first floor. That is non-structural measure. So we combine both structural measures and non-structural measures to reduce the risk. Some are management issues, the policies, practices, and some are structural, make things strong. Like in earthquake, making buildings strong is a structural measure. But teaching the students that if there's an earthquake, go under the desk is a non-structural measure. So in Nepal, all the school teachers have a regular drill that they sound a bell, earthquake bell, everybody has to go under the desk quickly so that their things do not fall on them. Right? That's a non-structural measure. So structural measures, non-structural measures are combined together to reduce the risk of disasters. Next one. So prevention, mitigation, transfer, preparedness, all these are parts of the risk prevention process. You prepare yourself, first of all you prevent it, then you mitigate, then you prepare, then you manage all these things. So these are the things that people can do to reduce the training, capacity building, knowledge, making people aware is very important. Now, I was talking about this organization, UNISDR, called the United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction. This is a very important organization. So they collect all the information, they manage everything about disasters around the world. And everybody looks for them for guidance, or they have a lot of handbooks, a lot of guidelines. So this is an international body, quite important. They do a lot of projects and a lot of things and trainings and something like that. So if you are looking for disaster-related things, you should go to their website and see what they do. Last few slides about the structural engineering. Because, as I said, vulnerability mostly comes in the built environment. So structural engineers are responsible for making them better. Role of structural design. So those of you who do not know, we have civil engineering, where we have first of all that engineering. Below engineering is civil engineering. Below that is structural engineering, and below that is civil structural engineering and architectural structural engineering. So these are the two. How many civil engineers here? Only two civil engineers? I thought there were more than two civil engineers on the introduction. Civil engineer? Only two? Really? Okay. All right. So some of you might go to structural engineering, and structural engineering is a field which prevents the structures from. Let's go quickly what the structural engineers do. So structural engineers basically help the creation of a safe built environment. That's it. They are involved in everything. Everything that is built have to be designed by structural engineers. Nobody knows about it. It's a secret, right? This building that you live in, the bridges that you cross, the communication towers that give you signals, the electrical power system that give you the electricity, the power generation, the dams, everything that you see is built is designed by structural engineers, but nobody knows about them. So all of these things, they are all designed by structural engineers for safety. Very quickly go through slides. All structural engineers. Go back. Back. What is this? You know, Eiffel was the designer, structural engineer who designed it. It is named after him. And this is the most visible monument in the world. And it was designed by a structural engineer, and his name is on the tower itself. That's how important it is at that time. So whole cities, they are sort of identified by the things that structural engineers make. All these dams, bridges that you see, go on, next one. What is this? Yes, Golden Gate Bridge. You see, you identify a bridge and you know it's US, you know it's San Francisco, you know it's X-Men, trying to break it and take it somewhere. Every movie they destroy this bridge, right? Or try to destroy this bridge. And again, structural engineers do that designing of all of these things, right? But nobody knows about it. These towers, next one, quickly. These twisting towers, look at that. Everybody knows, where's that? See, do you identify a city by a structure which is designed by architects and engineers? Next one. all these bridges, everywhere, tunnels, twisting. Look at these buildings that are coming up. Where is this? Dubai, tallest building in the world. Burj Khalifa. Structural engineers need to be, so we teach tall building design. Twisting, look at these buildings which are coming up. Look at those buildings. So all of that, they require structural engineers to do the design, to make them safe for earthquakes and wind and whatnot. Next one. Go back. Interesting buildings coming up. Sorry? Yes. Again, structural engineers behind that. Cannot be designed. They're making a similar one in Thailand, but it's a fake one. It's not a real one. Go on. This interesting, look at these beautiful structures. Anyone can name this structure? What is this form? I will give you one extra chocolate if you can name this structure. Box of chocolate. Anyone? What is this form called? This is called hyperbolic paraboloid. It's a very nice, interesting name. If you remember that, you can impress other people. Hyperbolic paraboloid. It's a form of structures, very interesting, very strong, very strong structures called hypers or hyperbolic paraboloid. So if you want to impress somebody, you say, you know what's a hyperbolic paraboloid? How many people can pronounce it? Yes. So you remember that. Every time you have these Olympics, one person is always there in every Olympic. The structural engineer who designed this big stadium. The people who come and compete, they keep changing. But the structural engineers are always there. Because they are the one who design all these stadiums where these games happen, but nobody knows about them. Alright. Sydney Opera House, this one. So every main structure, everything that is built is designed by structural engineers and they are responsible for making them safe. Power plants, transmission towers, so there's nothing. So these are the slides that I normally show to the first year in structural engineering class when they first join to motivate them that what they're doing is very important. So basically when we design a structure, we have to consider everything. And in all of that process, disaster risk reduction is a key component, whatever we do. So structural engineers are taught a lot to make sure that what they're designing is safe for hazards. So built environment is quickly, which means everything that we saw just now is called built environment. Everything that I show you just now is built environment. So it is vulnerable to disasters and environmental impact also. So the built environment has two problems. One is that it creates vulnerability to disaster and it also creates a problem for the environment because buildings are using energy, they're using materials, so it's not good. Actually, built environment is not good. The village made in mud, excellent, but we can go back. So we have to then reduce both of these. Next one. And that environmental impact changes climate, affects climate change and vulnerability to disaster. So whatever we are making a potential problem that must be managed. So the designers must be taught to take care of this right away because when you make something, immediately you create two problems. You create a structure which might fall down and kill somebody. You also destroy the environment because you are using materials and you are creating pollution. So those problems come together with every built environment. They must be managed. Next one. Climate change will increase the hazard consequences. Next one. And environmental sustainability. So we need to do these two things together. Disaster resilience and environmental sustainability have to be combined together. And engineers and everybody who is here must think about these things, whatever field you are in, to make sure that whatever you are doing, you are not destroying the environment, number one, and you are not increasing the risk to hazards. Right? Two things you must not do is to destroy the environment in whatever practice you are going to do, and do not increase the risk to hazard or disaster. So, yeah, please continue. Role of structural engineers, continue. Yeah, next one. So basically, previous one. basically structural engineers can now relate the damage to some vulnerability. So this curve is actually a vulnerability curve, you can say. So we try to manage in such a way that buildings and hazards and everything is related properly. Next one. And then we can relate that to occupancy, life safety, collapse. We can relate to damage or loss. Next one. We can relate to casualties, downtime, cost, and everything. So there's a way to connect everything through calculation. There we can connect the hazard to vulnerability, to consequences of disaster, to money, to people's life, everything. A lot of research is being done in this area. For example, now one of my students is working on not the structural, but non-structural damage, because now people are saying that after an earthquake, even though people are saved, if everything is damaged, life cannot continue. Because if the computers are damaged, the systems are damaged, it's no good. So we must prevent them also. So now at this next level, we are trying to work on downtime and rehab costs and things like that. So this is the next stage of development. Next please, I think maybe last. Yeah, similarly for landslide, there can be many landslides. So you need to make sure that you are not in a landslide prone zone. Landslide can happen in many ways. So you need to design the buildings, make sure that they are not vulnerable and exposed to landslides. Flood, same way. So if you are doing, this is again landslide. This is flood. So if there is a flood level, you need to have the proper, this is not exposed, this is exposed, but not, so vulnerability and exposure both can be managed by location, by design, and so many things. So where you make the house and how you make it makes it disaster resilient, right? So if somebody is living here, then this level is low, high probability, low intensity, low probability, high intensity, very high intensity, very low probability. So you can design accordingly, and we always have something to escape or something like that. So things can be designed in such a way that during flood you have a plan that okay, in basement you will not sleep, you will sleep on the top floor, in rainy season, stuff like that. So you can be sure that when you are sleeping at night, the flood water will not damage, or you move your things as the warnings come up. So all of these things can be managed through proper design and risk management, right? Ensuring DR and durability, we can do a lot. So for example, in AIT, just to give you a very quick example, this one. This is what normally our research projects are doing in our field. We take the lab, we do the testing in the lab for reducing the vulnerability, then we bring, this is earthquake, then we subject the design to earthquakes and test them, both in the lab and in the real situation. Next one. So the many curves are drawn, many research is done, the testing is done. You have visited the lab yesterday, right? Structural engineering lab, that's where we do all of this. Next one. And then we relate it to the real building, then we relate it to the site, then we construct the whole thing, we put it in the earthquake, and we shake the buildings. Not really, but we shake them in computers, in computer models. We make computer models and we subject them to earthquake, check whether what we designed will survive or not. So that is called simulation. Next one. Then we look at this different simulation for different locations in Bangkok and Chiang Mai, because hazard level may be different. So we relate that to the hazard levels, location. So the whole science of starting with the lab, finding the right solution, then testing it on a computer system, then testing it for location, all of that is part of the research and development. That's how you develop systems that are disaster resilient, because ultimately we are trying to reduce the vulnerability. Because exposure is not in our hand, it's a policy of the government. Government can issue the warning, don't make buildings here. We cannot. But if somebody wants to make a building, like for example in Manila, there is a fault, active earthquake fault. That means they know that earthquake can happen in this location. They already know. But still people are making the buildings right on the fault. And they come to us and they say, we are going to design a building right on the fault, and we tell them, please don't. But they say, no, we have to, because that's where our land is. then our job is to design a building in such a way that even if it is on the fault, it will not be damaged. So we will reduce the vulnerability even though exposure is very high. Right? That's the job of the engineers, to reduce the vulnerability. And the job of the planners is to reduce the exposure. Right? Okay, so if you're going to work in planning, you work on that. If you work in engineering, you work on the vulnerability side. So this is all about vulnerability. Okay, that's it. There's also, you visited Habitat Center yesterday? Yeah. So that's another technology which is built about environmental sustainability and related to, do we have a presentation from such somewhere? No. Somewhere, yeah. So this technology is based on all of these things. So this Habitat technology, green, sustainable, disaster resilience, long-term durability, cost-effective, simple technique, local resources, these are the main components of this technology that is built upon. Right? Next one, I think that's all. That's how we do the testing of each brick, make sure everything is working fine. Again, lab testing and actual, next one, test the whole wall and see if the wall will work or not for earthquakes and so on. And then finally test the whole building, go on, test the whole structure, 2-story building, that's it. Alright, so that's it. Thank you so much. Any questions?